Hey guys, I'm Tony Brown, and it's my honor today to have in the shop Mr. Eugene Moles, all the way in from Nashville, Tennessee.
Thank you.
A member of the Bakersfield Royal family of musicians. And today we're here to talk about a very special guitar, as Teresa mentioned earlier. The very first, one-of-a-kind, TNT Customs MolesRite guitar. So, Eugene, let's tell everybody kind of where this whole idea started. You gave me the idea,
Okay.
and we just kind of shared this. So just kind of share with the crowd how this came to be.
Well, you know, Bakersfield's well known for the MolesRite guitar, Telecasters. You know, that's the signature sound of Bakersfield.
Right.
And of course the Ventures and all that stuff. And I thought, well, you know, why not marry the two? And that's what this guitar is. And as you can see, it's a Telecaster style shape, but it has the German curves in it, you know, like the Venture model guitars and Joe Mathis combo instruments. And of course, it's got the MolesRite pickups.
Yes.
These were special wound by Dana Mosley, Simi Mosley, the founder of MolesRite's daughter, and they're special wound to a different ohmage. If you've listened to a lot of Capitol recordings of truck driving albums like Red Simpson and Dick Curlis and Kay Adams and many other sessions, my dad had MolesRite pickups in his guitar, special wound by Simi Mosley to a different ohmage, so different resistance. Gave it more brightness, more truck driving bright stuff.
Yeah. That cuts through that barroom smoke a little better.
Right? Exactly.
Cool. So some of the other features of the guitar, design-wise, kind of marriage, like it's kind of a marriage, like you say, between the Telecaster and some of the early MolesRite guitars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pick guard and the angled heel on the guitar neck, things like that. And then we did a very special headstock. This is our first TNT Custom. We've got an angled, 7-degree angle on the headstock that eliminates the needs for the string trees. And then we did a special M cutaway at your request on the headstock. And this is a Eugene Moles Signature series with his signature on the headstock there, as you can see. My lovely assistant gets an extreme close-up.
Right.
So yeah, this thing drips Bakersfield sound.
It does. Big
And
time,
twang, man.
It sure
just,
does.
and the way you play it is just amazing. So
I love it.
why don't you demonstrate a little bit of what this thing is capable of, and then give our viewing audience kind of a taste of what you're talking about.
So the back pickup is wound. Typical ohmage on a MolesRite pickup is 12,000, 13,000 ohms. It was a little heavier in the mids,
Yeah.
This is a little lighter, special wound, so it's got a little more twang. And then it's got the nice, kind of like a soap bar pickup. World, waterfall. I love the sound of it.
Yeah, it's very cool,
killer.
man.
It's a great mix, matching set, and you get both worlds, so I love it.
Yeah. So I'll talk a little bit about the build process. You called me one day and we talked a little bit about custom guitar, and you had some ideas that you threw at me. Obviously, we come up with the ideas that you had, and through that process, we would communicate back and forth on telephone, and he would say, maybe we could do it with a German carve in it. Maybe we could do, some ideas on headstock we talked about, things like that. So I kind of threw all those ideas around, and you left it kind of up to me as the artist to come up with the design. And my main concern in this guitar build was, obviously this man is a great guitar player, and I wanted to create something that would represent that, his talent. So I'll talk a little bit about the materials that we use, obviously. So the body on this guitar is one piece of what's called rainbow poplar, and just a beautiful piece of wood. As you can see, the finish on it turned out like glass. And then we did binding on it, just like Cindy Mosley used to do with MolesRite guitars. We did the side binding on top of the German carve. That was a bit of a challenge, but we worked it out. The neck is a piece of flame maple. We make our necks and our bodies ourselves. Nice flame maple. The fretboard is a very old piece of Gaboon ebony. Very dark, very pretty. Did the abalone fret dots and side markers on the fretboard. And then we work our way up the neck to the headstock, and as I mentioned earlier, the headstock was a custom design. And if you see, come on in on that camera, Teresa, and kind of zoom in on that MolesRite. That's a one-of-a-kind piece right there, and that was designed by my partner in crime, Teresa Spanky. Little T of the T&T Customs. I'm Big T, she's Little T, so that's where the name came from. MolesRite, yes, it says MolesRite instead of MolesRite. It's called Eugene Moles.
Yeah.
So that was a fun feature. We've got we've got the nice locking tuners on the back. So we went with the best components that we could come up with, and I think it ended up being and the bridge itself is a hip shock half bridge. We did a little different on the bridge than some of the guitars do, but
Pick guard.
pick guard. Basically that's basically a MolesRite design that we modified to fit the Telecaster body, and just to keep that look and that feel going between the Telecaster and the MolesRite idea.
Real cool.
So,
Yeah. Love it.
yeah, so anything else you want to share about this guitar? It's now your number one favorite. Oh, this guitar, tell me about the show you're going to be doing with Merlin Gene.
Yeah, on RFD TV. It's the Merlin Gene show, and got great players in the band like Doug Jernigan, and it's just a stellar band. I love doing the show, and he's a great, big, huge fan of the Bakersfield sound,
Yeah.
and that's how I initially met him at a recording session, his session, doing some Haggard tunes and some West Coast sounding things he wrote, and
Yeah.
which is way too much fun for me. It's my element, in a lot of ways, so I love it.
So this guitar is actually going to be on that show on
Yes.
season number 2.
Oh, yes,
You're
it
getting
will.
ready to go in the studio and
Yeah.
film season number
Right.
2, and this is going to be a featured guitar.
Definitely,
So it's
yeah.
pretty cool. So this is serial number 0001 of the Eugene Moles Signature MolesRite guitar. And if you would like to have serial number 002, you can get a hold of us at T&T Customs. We're on Facebook. We're on the internet. Our website is at TonyBrownProductions.com. Or if you have an idea for a guitar that you would like to have made, let us know. Talk to us. We can put our heads together and come up with a really cool design for you. So, Eugene,
Definitely.
thanks for being here, man.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy about
It's
this.
so killer.
Yeah,
I
I
love
love
this
it.
thing.
I'm glad we got together on this deal. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful guitar. You're an excellent player. And
Thank you.
on that note, why don't you play us out?
Well.